Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to the 2016 HGTV Dream Home Let's Build. I am back for episode number 3, and last episode we were working a little bit here on the front, and we also made some pretty good progress on the roof. So that was some good stuff we got done, and we also did a little bit of stuff here on the side with the garage. So what I'm going to be doing today is working on the floor plan back here. So I always talk about how in my Let's Builds I like to start off with the front of the house, make sure that looks a-okay and everything's squared away there, and then I start to work with the floor plan, and then after that we'll start to fill in some of the exterior walls and then start to work towards the interior. So today's going to be floor plan day. I'm going to do the floor plan of the house, which really shouldn't be too tough because it's not that big of a house and the floor plan's relatively simple, so that's good. And then after I finish that, if we have some time, I'll probably start working on some of the back of the house and just start putting in some walls and things like that. So let's jump right into it. So the way I'm going to work on this floor plan, I'm probably going to start over here. I took this wall back like a decent amount of blocks, and I think I'm going to start to turn it like here. So just kind of keep that in mind. We'll, get to that once we get there. But let me just go ahead and grab some light gray wool, and I'm just going to kind of get started here placing some blocks down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to add this. And the thing is, for reference for you guys, if you're watching, you probably want to try to go on the HGTV Dream Home website while I'm working on this, because that's really going to help you with reference in terms of like what I'm building here, because otherwise you're not really going to understand like what's going on. So I would highly recommend, loading up the website while I'm working on this, and of course I'll put the link in the description. And you guys can kind of look at the floor plan and kind of like see what I'm doing with it. So kind of just getting started here, we have this corner space, and this is going to be the bedroom. There's also a closet and a bathroom off of that. We mentioned that last episode. We have a room over here, and then we're going to have another room back here, so just kind of keep that in mind. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to come over here. I'm probably going to do a little bit of something over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wall out right here, decent amount of blocks. Let's say like 1, 2, 3. Let's go 2 and then 3, and then we're gonna turn it here. And this is again not gonna be the most complicated floor plan in the world. It's not gonna be too bad. The way this works is there's gonna be kind of a, I don't know, like a patio going like around the whole house here, and we're gonna kind of get started on that in a second. But I just want to kind of make some progress on this first. So what this is gonna do, this wall is gonna run across, and we're just gonna have like one block of opening right there. And that should be good. That's going to be just kind of like a side door. It's going to be like a door on like the corner of a wall. I think it'll look pretty good. All right, and then over here, we're going to need to take a couple of blocks back, so we'll do that in a second. But really, like the point of this floor plan is very open, like in this area, so that's something to keep in mind. Probably going to do like 2 blocks there, and maybe do something like that. Take this across to there. I can actually probably run this down even further. Take this to, pretty much like all the way back. I might actually run it across right here, connect it there. And let's see, what else do I want to do with this? So we're gonna have this go 2 blocks out, so I'll probably take this across right here and have this connect down to there, and then this will go down just a few blocks further. Let's just take it to like right there. So that's gonna be kind of like a little room. Probably gonna have to punch open a wall right there as well, so we'll have that open up. That looks pretty good. And then what else do we want to do? I'm going to take a wall going straight across through here, and this is going to run all the way down. I'm going to have this go to, a certain point. Let's take it to like right there. That should be good. And then I'm going to create a little wall here. This is going to open up and go across. And then this space right here is going to be the kitchen. And then there's going to be kind of like an opening out here. So I'm going to take that out 1 block, run it across, let's say 3. Turn it back this, actually let's go 4. Turn it back this way. Have that, or should I have this go 3 or 4? I'm trying to decide whether I want to go 3. I think I'll have it go 3. Have that open up to there. We'll go like 1 block in to like maybe like here, and then have this run across, or to here. Let's do it here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually run this down like a couple of blocks. I don't know why there's a random block there. And then I'm going to have this go across here, and this should line up maybe like here. Have this go to there, and then that's going to be kind of like a back room. We'll have an opening to that right there. So something like that for the interior floor plan. So let's just kind of like recap this. This is going to be the garage. There's going to be a mudroom inside of the garage. This actually connects to the outside, so we're going to have to find a way to connect this to the interior through the garage. It'll probably just be like through here somewhere, like maybe like there. Or I don't know how we're gonna do that just yet. I have to kind of recheck it, but it's gonna be something like that. And then what do we have to do? You know what I'm probably gonna do? Probably gonna have like an opening in this room, and then do something like that, and then have that be like an opening into the house, and then there'll be an opening into the dining room. I guess that'll work. And then over here, yeah, this is gonna be a door that connects into like the main room. Again, this connects to the outside patio. We got a kitchen here that's gonna have a bunch of windows on it. We'll have an island in the middle. This room over here is gonna be the lanai, and this like kind of like a, it's kind of like an outdoor indoor kind of room. So we'll build that later. And then out here is gonna be like the back patio where there's gonna be a pool over here and stuff like that. And also, last episode I was talking about whether I was going to move this house to a different location. I decided I was just going to keep it here, and I'm just going to kind of build myself a little artificial lake here. I was looking around on a bunch of different seeds trying to find a really flat area right along the coast, and there's just not a lot of seeds like that anymore. There's so many like random mountains and things like that on these new seeds. And I just didn't feel like spending 2 hours trying to find the perfect seed. It was just a waste of time. So I figured I already have like all this front done and stuff like that, and I would have to rebuild it as well. So I just felt like just continuing it here. Plus it's across the street from the old house, so that's why I'm just gonna keep with this and just work and build it here, and I'll just kind of create a little lake or something like that. We already have a little bit of water over here, so we can just work off that. All right. So anyway, getting back to the floor plan, I think we're pretty much good. There's, again, like I said, the back patio, there's going to be some bedrooms and things like that over here. There's going to be a staircase right there. That's where the staircase is going to be. So I think we're pretty good in the floor plan there. I like that. I think that's going to be just perfect. So what I'm going to do now is start to work on the back of the house a little bit. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do now is work a little bit here on the back. So how the back works is there's going to be a bunch of pillars kind of holding this place up, and the roof kind of extends off of that. And what I'm going to do is start off with this wall and just kind of get like this back part, put together. So let's see what we can do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take up, whoa, that's the wrong block. I'm going to take up some light gray wool and kind of just run it across through here just as a start and just fill this whole thing in. And then we are going to add some windows to this. So that is going to be what I'm going to start off with. So I'm going to kind of take this up, run it across through here, and just kind of get that filled in. And right in the middle here is going to be a door. So I'm going to use the dark oak wood doors like I did for the front. And I'm just going to place one right there. And then pretty much around this is going to be the patio. And I still haven't tried to figure out what I'm going to use for the patio. I'm either considering andesite, cobblestone, or gravel. I think andesite might be the what I go with, because I do really like that color. And it looks kind of similar to the actual thing. So we might go with that. So that could be the patio. And what I'm probably going to end up doing, since these windows are proportionally not tall enough, I'll probably just end up, or by that I meant doors, and I'll probably just take that up a little bit just so it looks like it's a little bit taller. Fill that in right there. And then what happens here is there's going to actually be some windows that open up on each side here right next to that. So I want to make sure I put these windows a few blocks in because I have to account for double stacking the walls. So I just want to keep that in mind. So these windows are going to be moved in a few blocks here. And, just to kind of talk about that for a second, I think I am going to be using packed iced for most of these rooms. I mean, they all have different colors, but for example, some packed ice, and obviously don't want those windows right along the edge there, so that's good. I'm going to put some glass right here. That's going to be what I'm going to use for these windows, have them on the inside like that. And then what I can do is just add some simple stuff, like maybe some upside down slabs there, just to kind of put a little trim on it, maybe even put some right here as well. So just like some windows there. And then what I can do to kind of, because there's a lot more like extra space here that isn't on the real thing. So what I'm going to do for that is either just fill it in with some, other kinds of blocks, like maybe some Dangeles anvils or something like that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to start to take up these, like these support beam things that we had on the front. So I'm going to kind of have those go in here as well. I could actually do something like this. I could extend it out like one extra block here. I could do something like that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That way they're just a couple of blocks off from each other. And I have that extra space to work with anyway, so let's go for that. Okay, so something like that, right? That looks good. And then what we need to kind of figure out is where this balcony is going to be. So we have to have it like on the same line as this one. So this one, the block level for it is right here. So let me just, to help myself out, let me just run this across through here. And this is going to be where that level is going to be placed. So I got to kind of figure out where that's going to be. So it's going to be here. And this is going to be the floor of this balcony, okay? So I'll have this run all the way down and connect across here like that. And then I'm going to take up these things like one extra level. I might actually have to move these up a block because I don't want them to be sticking out too far. So that might be something I have to change, but that's all right. We can fix that. All right, so something like that. And I'm going to probably going to end up moving that up. Or maybe I'll just do this, double stack this. That could work as well. Let me just kind of experiment with a couple of different ideas here. So I could double stack it like that. And that's not the same as I did over here. I actually just have them connecting right. Actually, do I? Okay, no, I have them connecting right below it. So that's going to be a little bit different. I don't actually mind that, honestly, doing it the way I did it over here. We might actually go with that. All right. So now what do we want to do? We have to kind of do the same thing with the fences, because obviously we don't have the quartz fences. That would be just fantastic if we did. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing with the fences. And again, what I'm gonna do for that is take this across through here and just, you know, bust this open. Place some of the light gray, and I'm gonna have this go there. And I want to do probably 4 of these, so we have some gaps there. Yeah, that's gonna work out. All right, so we'll have 1, 2, and 3 going up. If I can place the blocks, there we go. And 3. I think these will go up 3, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, 3 blocks up. So each one of these fences is going to be 3 blocks tall. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, can't place it because apparently I'm inside the block border or something like that. All right, so there we go. That looks good. And then what I want to do now, well, what did I do over here? Did I have it go? All right, so I put slabs and stairs. All right, that works out. Let me grab some slabs for that as well. Okay. And what I could probably do is something like this. Like that as one of them. And then maybe the other one would go there. And right there. And then coming in on this side, we can do something like that. Perfect. All right. Take that across there and place that back. All right. So there's our balcony kind of idea here. And that is a lot of, you know what? That's way too much white there. It's too thick as well, even if it wasn't different colors. It's too thick. So here's what we're going to do to change this. I am going to end up doing this. So I kind of figured I would have to do this. But I'm just going to push all these up 1 extra block. So they're going to be a little bit taller than what I would like. But that's all right. You know, so this is this part of the build is probably the hardest part to replicate from real life, because the proportions don't match up very well. So I have to kind of do a little bit of compromise here. Change it up a little bit, but as long as it looks good for Minecraft, I think that'll be all right. If it's not like 100%, you know, exactly the same as it is in real life, so that's okay. All right, so let me go ahead and place it there and there. And I think we're actually, just wanted to speak on this for a second. I think we're actually like only 6 days away from that drawing. So, man, that would be nice to win. But I think it's on the 18th. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta go back and double check. I should I think you can like put it in every day. So I should probably like go ahead and put my name in like every day. That way I have a better chance of winning. But I don't know, there's like something about it. It's like I feel like just like destiny. If I place it only once, it's like I only get 1 of the Willy Wonka chocolate bars and boom, I got the golden ticket. No, but not really. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna do a kind of a different style of roofing for this side, as it is going to wrap pretty much all the way around. So what I'm gonna be doing for this is kind of taking a lining on the outside here with some light gray. Have this go all the way around. It still to this day like throws me off that that's a light gray wool. I don't know why. But we'll have that go all the way around. And we're not really worried about the roofing too much as of right now. So again, not going to put a whole lot of emphasis on that at the current state of the build. But just want to kind of get started on these small things. So this is going to kind of be a wall that's going to go through and kind of continue throughout the build. Right here, we're going to have a door that enters into the interior, and I'm going to, again, make that a dark oak wood door. Luckily for me, these dark oak wood doors actually match this build like really nicely. Like the doors that are actually on this house do kind of look like dark oak wood. So that has been like the one thing that has been like pretty good for me so far on this build, and you know, I'm not complaining about that for sure. So this is going to end up going up through here, and this is something we're not worried about currently, but this will be sticking all the way up through there, and there's going to be kind of a roofing going around that later on. But just as a start, that's kind of something that we want to put in. So let me kind of take this up, and there's going to be, again, like a roof going across right there, so we'll worry about that a little later. But the next thing I want to do is actually go ahead and grab some pillared quartz. And I believe I did use pillared quartz on the front. Let me just quickly double check. I actually didn't. I used the regular, okay, we used regular light gray wool. That's fine. So here's how this works. I think like every 3-ish blocks or so, I'm going to place a thing here, and I think that should be good. 1, 2, 3. So there's going to be 4 there, 3 there. So I'm trying to figure out like what exactly would I need. So I think I'm going to have to go with like 1, 2, 3. And then maybe this could be the 4th. This is going to be open, by the way. This is the lanai. I forgot to mention that. So this is going to be all opened up. So I'll probably just stick that there. Have this run across. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 blocks in between these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually 6. Okay, never mind. So we'll do 3 and 3. So like I said, this is going to be the lanai. And that's kind of a hard word to say sometimes. But yeah. This is going to be all pillars and open. So it's kind of like an open and closed thing at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but it is a cool part of the build. So that's like all going to be pillars. Like these are all going to be, risen up, and there's going to be a roof going over top of it. So if you live in Florida, then there's a good chance that, you've seen one of these before. I know one of my grandparents' houses, they have a lanai on their house. So that's like something to kind of relate to. But it's pretty cool. I actually think it's a cool concept for a build. Alright, so again, all these pillars are going to go up. And then back here, really, what we're going to have is just a bunch of glass going like all the way across over here. And this is just going to be like doors and openings to the back. So we're going to work on that at a later point. But that is something that will be here eventually. So I'm going to have this run across through here. We'll take that up like that. And then this is something we'll probably work on and continue with next episode. But this is kind of like a good base foundation for it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to come in here with some swiftness potions. And I'm really just going to kind of fill in this wall. I'm just going to take it and just fill it in. Whoops, wrong block. Fill it in with some light gray wool just to kind of have it be put in here. And that's going to kind of be where I'm going to close out this episode. Just have this filled in. This wall, again, I have not 100% sure of what's on this wall, but considering you can't really find it on the website, on the tour, I'm imagining it's probably just a flat wall with some windows on it and just like some bushes around it. And obviously something that isn't really meant to be emphasized. So that's essentially what I'm going to do with this part. So if I can find an angle where I can kind of take a good look at this place, that would be great. So I'm going to be searching for that. But we'll just kind of fill this in here with some light gray wool to kind of get us started. And that will be that. So again, we have kind of like the first floor plan, a real rough sketch of it, kind of, etched out here. Again, front of the house is looking good. We got a little bit of done on the back. So we're 3 episodes in, and we already have some pretty good progress done. So next episode, I'm just going to keep on grinding away on the exterior design. I'll try to get like most of this stuff done next episode, and maybe by the end of episode 5, we can have like the entire exterior closed off and start working on the inside. So, guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of the HGTV 2016 Dream Home. I'm going to have to go back and check and see how many episodes it took me to finish the house last year and see if it's going to take longer or shorter than it did last year to finish this one. So, I think that one was like 8 or 9 episodes. This one I could see being like 7 or 8, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be the same amount. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been Dangeles. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in a few days for the next one. Give it a like if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.